Okay. Audio check. Movement check. Oops. Sorry about that. Alright, one more quick check of the audio. Alright, one more quick check of the audio. Okay, it seems to be working. Hello everyone, this is Gundam Ace, aka John Hooper. I'm here with my streaming of Chizome no Hana, Bloodstained Flowers. When we last left off yesterday, we had pretty much a lot of setup for the incident that's to come. So, mostly character introductions, them actually getting to the matter in question, introducing characters and their interactions. So, in this episode, we should finally start getting more into the meat of things. So, hope you look forward to that. So, without further ado, let's continue. When we last left off, specifically, we just got done hearing about Mr. Takanuki in his past, about how he lost a friend, and now Sakura's going to get him some water. Yeah, let's go. Those two look so lovey-dovey, yet Mr. Takanuki sure is serious not having taken as far as a kiss yet. Well, it'd be a huge problem if he laid a hand on a student, so I'm sure it's probably for his own sake there. But Mr. Takanuki cares about Sumire. I can tell that for sure. Maybe their wedding won't be that far off after all. As her best friend, I'm looking forward to seeing Sumire in the wedding dress. Though I admit it'll be a little lonely to see Sumire going away. Hold on a second. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Let's continue. I fill a glass of water in the kitchen and return to the reception room. Okay, when I go into the reception room, I see Mr. Takanuki looking down. He's looking more frazzled than he was earlier. Are you sure you're okay, Ren? I brought the water. Thanks, Sakura. Sorry for causing you all this trouble. Mr. Takanuki takes the glass and grabs the glass and takes the medicine Sumire gives him. Just then, the glass slips out of Mr. Takanuki's hands and breaks. Oh, sorry. I'll go clean it up right away. Ow! Mr. Takanuki cuts his finger on a piece of glass.
大丈夫だ。こんなもん舐めたらな。
It's alright. I just have to lick this and it'll all be bet. But the moment Mr. Takanuki says this, Sumire sucks on his finger. Mr. Takanuki hastily pulls her off him.
バカ！何してんだお前。
You idiot, what the hell are you doing?
舐めたら治るって言ったでしょ
You mean you said it'd get better if you licked it, right?
自分で舐めるって意味だ。もう俺のことはいいから。お前ら屋敷の中探索してこい。
I meant that I'd lick it. Oops, sorry. Sorry about that. 1 second. I meant I'd lick it. Look, just forget about me and go ahead and search around the mansion. We're driven out of the reception room.
ああ、レンちゃん恥ずかしがり屋なんだから。
Jeez. Ren's so bashful.
そりゃ誰だって指舐められたら恥ずかしいよ。
Anyone would be embarrassed about getting their finger licked. Sumire sure is bold from time to time. Mr. Takanuki must have it rough.
しょうがないからいろいろ調べて回ろうか。
Oh well. I guess we'll just have a look around.
そうだね。
Yeah. So we decided to start checking around the mansion. That girl, I swear. I sigh as I clean up the broken glass. Just then, I look at the finger that I just cut. The wound has completely closed up. There's no sign that it was ever cut to begin with. What's going on here? At the time, I had no way of knowing that something... I had no way of knowing what was happening to my body. On the first floor, there's the kitchen and the reception room. Apart from that... Hold on a second. There's a lounge, a living room, a hall, a parlor, and a restroom and bathroom. Oh, just so we're clear about no, restroom and bathroom, that's the same thing in this case. Restroom is in place where you do your business, and bathroom is place where you take a shower in the bath. And then when we go out the front door, we notice a greenhouse to the side. Sumire and I decide to head for there. On our way, we see several of those dogs again. They may be wild, but they look fond of humans. The two of us enter the greenhouse. Kaede's there. Kaede, you're checking this place out too?
Sakura, Sumire. 窓から何か立派な温室が見えたから気になって来てみたんだ。
Sakura, Sumire. Yeah, I saw this magnificent greenhouse from the window, so I got curious and checked on it.
立派だけど、やっぱり人が手入れしてない感じだね。
Magnificent, but it doesn't really feel like people have really, it's been untended by people. There's plants growing all around the greenhouse. It almost feels like its own forest.
昔はここで花なんかを育てていたんだろうね。これだけ大きい温室だから、とても植物が好きな人が住んでたのかな。
They probably used to grow flowers here. It's a pretty big greenhouse. So I'm sure whoever lived here must have loved plants. Someone who loved plants. They caused an incident like that. Yet the people who, yet before it happened, the people living here probably lived rather normal lives.
植物か。そういえばバスの中であんたらみんなの名前が植物だって言ってたよね。
Plants, huh? Now you mention it, you guys were talking about everyone's names named after plants in the bus, right?
私ずっと思ってたんだけど、楓って女の子みたいな名前だよね。まあ、楓は中性的で可愛いからぴったりだけど。
You know, I've been wondering for a while now, but Kaede is more like a girl's name, isn't it? Then again, I guess it's like sort of unisex and cute, so it fits you well.
ちょっと、すみれん。
Hey, Sumire. Sumire always says whatever's on her mind. Her honesty is her good point. But guys don't like being told they're cute.
ごめんね、楓。すみれは決して悪気があるわけじゃ。
I'm sorry, Kaede. They didn't mean anything bad by it.
大丈夫、わかってるよ。
It's alright, I understand.
楓って名前はね、お母さんがつけてくれたんだ。僕が生まれたのがちょうどもみじが綺麗な季節だったからって。
Hold on a second. My mom named me Kaede. She said it was because I was born in the season of beautiful autumn maples.
へえ、楓って秋生まれなんだ。
So you were born in the autumn then?
さくらはやっぱり春生まれ？
Yeah. You're Sakura, so were you born in the spring?
そう。4月の桜が綺麗な季節だったからって、うちのお母さんも言ってたの。
That's right. Mom said it was named Sakura because April is the season of cherry blossoms.
さくらのお母さんか。どんな人なんだろう。一度会ってみたいな。
Your mom, huh? I don't know what she's like. I'd like to meet her once. Huh? He wants to meet my mom? Don't tell me this is leading up to a sort of please let me marry your daughter thing.
ちょっとお二人さん、いい雰囲気なとこ申し訳ないんだけど、私の存在忘れないでよ。
Hold on a second, you two. Sorry we got a good mood going here, but don't turn me into a third wheel, okay?
すみれ、別にいい雰囲気とかそんなんじゃ。
Sumire, we don't have a mood going.
さくら、真っ赤だよ。かわいいな。
You're blushing, Sakura. So cute. My brain overheats and bursts.
さくらのこと可愛いとか言うのは楓だけだよ。
Hi, you're the only one who says Sakura is cute.
すみれ。
Face is so hot that I can't see Kaede properly. I mean, anyone would be like this if their crush told them they were cute.
さて、じゃあ僕は他のところも見て回るけど、二人はどうする？
Alright, then I'm gonna go take a look around other places. What are you two gonna do?
私ちょっと一人で行きたいとこあるから、さくらは楓と一緒に行ってきなよ。
Oh, there's somewhere I'd like to go on my own, so you go and return with Kaede, Sakura.
すみれ？
Sumire?
じゃあね、お二人さん。
Bye, you two.
すみれ。
Hey, Sumire. Oh, sorry. I want to ask a question for those in the stream chat. When I streamed the PC root from the PC version of Secret Game, I was told that there was an issue where how do I put this? My mic is like a second delayed or something, and so it seems that how do I put this? That whenever I move on to a voice line, that my voice cuts off the beginning part of the line. I just want to confirm if that's been the case so far here, because if so, I'm going to take more steps to try to avoid that. This wasn't noted in my previous RPG Maker streams because there was no voice acting. Okay, so far no problem like that? Alright, good to know. Alright. Alright, thank you. Sumire vanished in the blink of an eye.
じゃあ2人で調べに行こうか。
Shall we go look around ourselves? Yeah. All alone with Kaede. Oh man, I'm so nervous. And I mean, Kaede's always on. Sorry. I mean, because we usually have Anzu or Hiragi with us, so this might be the first time we've been all alone like this. Oh, what do I do? What do I need to say something. I'm flustering about in the panic. Oh, come to think of it.
あのね、この手帳、ここに来る前に集合場所で拾ったんだ。高貫先生のじゃないらしいんだけど、もしかして楓のかな？
So hey, there's this notebook I found at the Ming's place before we came here. It doesn't seem like it was Mr. Takanuki, so maybe it's yours, Kaede?
いや、僕は手帳を持ってないから。あれ、その手帳、前に西崎先生が持っていたのに似てるな。
No, I don't have a notebook. Huh? This notebook looks a lot like the one Miss Nishizaki has. Wait, really? I hastily look at the notebook. So this is Miss Nishizaki's notebook. But why would Miss Nishizaki be walking around with a notebook about that incident? I flip through the pages again. Nothing's written in there. Finally, suddenly I spot something wedged in the last page. A photo. It's a photo of what appear to be 4 grade schoolers. A strong-willed boy, a long-haired girl, a short-haired girl, and a boy with glasses. They're all smiling happily in the photo.
やっぱりそれ、西崎先生のだね。
This really is Miss Nishizaki's den. Huh?
ほら、写真の裏に名前が書いてあるよ。
Look, there's a name on the back of it. On the photo. I take a look on the back of the photo and see the names Satoru, Moe, Nobuhiko, and Tsukasa. Then the short-haired girl in the photo is Miss Nishizaki when she was young. She's always so stern, but there used to be a time where she smiled like this, huh? Huh? Satoru and Moe? I feel like I've seen those names before. Where was it?
西崎先生に会ったらちゃんと返さないとね。
You need to give it back to Miss Nishizaki when you see her again. Yeah.
じゃあ、屋敷の中に行こうか。
Shall we go into the mansion then? We leave the greenhouse and head back into the mansion. We go back into the mansion. Miss Nishizaki is standing imposingly by the entrance. Sumire is next to her.
お前たち、屋敷の中は調べていいと言ったが、外に出ていいとは一言も言っていないぞ。
You said it was alright for you to look around the mansion, but I don't recall saying a word about it being okay to check outside of it. She's mad. Miss Nishizaki is normally scary anyway, but this kind of aura is different, on a whole different level. She's seriously scaring me here. She probably caught Sumire and gave her a lecture too. So now every day you see the boisterous Sumire looking so cowed after all.
勝手に外に出て怪我でもされたら迷惑だ。お前らのことは保護者から任されている。勝手な行動はするな。
If you go outside and get hurt, cause us problems. Your guardians put you under our care. So don't go moving off your own. Ah! Scary!
申し訳ありません、先生。軽率な行動でした。
I'm sorry, Miss Nishizaki. That was careless of us.
それより先生、実は先生に渡すものがあるんです。なあ、さくら。
Anyway, Miss Nishizaki, we found something of yours. Isn't that right, Sakura?
はい。
Oh, yes, that's right. I noticed the notebook and hastily hold it out to Miss Nishizaki. Miss Nishizaki's complexion changes the moment she sees it. She hastily takes it back.
中見たのか。
Did you see what was inside?
すみません。少しだけ。
I'm sorry. Just a little. Truth be told, I looked through the whole thing, though.
忘れろ。
Forget it. Miss Nishizaki puts the notebook back in her pocket.
とにかくお前たちは今から私の監視のもと行動してもらうからな。
Anyway, you'll all be moving under my supervision now.
はい。
Yes, ma'am. I was so happy to be with Sumire and Kaede. I don't want to be with an angry Miss Nishizaki. We'll go up to the second floor of the mansion, which we still haven't checked yet. It seems there's bedrooms and a study up there. We decided to check the bedrooms first.
お姉ちゃん、皆さん。
Oh, sis, guys.
あらあら、みんなまとまって行動しているの？
Oh my, you were all walking around together? Anzu and President Tsubaki are already in one of the rooms.
わけあってね。
Yeah, for reasons.
こいつらの勝手な行動が目に余るからな。私の監視下で行動させているんだ。
They were being too much of a handful on their own, so I put them under my supervision and to go with me.
まあまあ、みんなで回った方が楽しいじゃないですか。
They're there. It's more fun if we all walk around together, though, isn't it?
私はレンちゃんと一緒に回りたかったのにな。
But I wanted to go around with Ren.
団体行動だっていうのに見事にバラバラね。
For a group activity, we sure gotten quite split up.
もうお姉ちゃん、皆さんに迷惑かけたらダメだよ。椿先輩と大違いなんだから。
Geez, sis. Don't cause troubles for everyone, okay? I swear, you and Tsubaki couldn't be any more different.
私が迷惑かけてる前提？
What, are you saying I'm being a bother?
あんずちゃん、いくらさくらがしっかりしてないからって椿部長と比べたらダメだよ。椿部長になんて誰もかなわないし。
Look, Anzo, I know Sakura's not the most reliable person, but you can't go comparing her to Tsubaki. No one can match up to her.
すみれも微妙にフォローになってない。
You're not being much help here, Sumire.
ところで、二人で何してたんだい？
So what are the two of you doing?
みんなの荷物玄関先に置いたままだったでしょ。椿先輩がそれを見てみんなの 荷物を寝室に持って上がってくれたんだよ。私もそのお手伝いしたの。
Well, you know how everyone left their luggage at the entrance? When President Tsubaki saw that, she started taking the luggage up to the luggage up to the bedrooms, and so I joined in and helped out.
そうか。イブ、すまないな。
I see. Thank you, Ibu.
いいえ、いいんですよ。どうせ自分の荷物のついででしたし、みんなこれから1週間寝るのは寝室を使いますし。
It's no trouble at all, really. My own luggage is amongst them anyway. And we're going to be using these bedrooms for the next 3 days anyhow.
ベッドは各部屋に2台ずつだったから、私とお姉ちゃん、すみれ先輩と椿先輩、楓先輩と柊先輩、先生方はお一人ずつになるように、椿先輩と部屋割りしときました。
There's 2 bedrooms in every room, so we split up the rooms. Sis and I will be in the room. Sumire and Tsubaki will be in the room. Kaede and Hiragi will be in the room. While the teachers get their own room each.
皆さんの荷物は部屋ごとに置いておきましたので。
You've put your luggage in your respective rooms.
あんずちゃんは小さいのに偉いね。
You're so young and yet so reliable.
私はレンちゃんと同じ部屋でよかったけど。
Aw, but I want to be in the same room as Ren.
こーら
Come on now.
私は全部椿先輩のお手伝いをしただけなので、椿先輩って本当にすごいですよね。こんなお姉ちゃんを持ってる椿先輩の妹さんが羨ましいです。
And all I was just doing was helping out President Tsubaki anyway. She really is amazing. I wish I were her little sister instead. Oh, sorry, to be more accurate, I feel jealous that her younger sister gets to have a big sister like her. For some reason, President Tsubaki's face just grew dim for a moment.
そういえば、椿部長って妹さんがいるんですよね。どんな子なんですか？
Alright, you have a little sister, don't you, President Tsubaki? What's she like?
ああ、写真があるから見てみる？
Oh, I've got a photo of her. Would you like to see it? President Tsubaki then takes a photo out of her bag. It's a photo of President Tsubaki, her parents, and her younger sister.
3年前、家族旅行に行った時に撮った写真なの。
It's a photo we took on a family trip 3 years ago. For some reason, the president isn't smiling in the photo. Her parents and her sister are smiling so cheerfully, yet she alone is expressionless.
部長と妹ちゃんってあんまり似てないんだね。なんか妹ちゃんおてんばそう。まあ似てないって言うなら、楓と柊も双子なのに全然似てないけどさ。
You and your sister sure don't look a lot alike. Your sister looks kind of like a tomboy, if you ask me. Well, then again, I say you don't look alike, but then again, Kaede and Hiragi are twins, yet they don't look alike at all.
よく言われるよ。
Hey, we get that a lot.
妹とは血がつながってないから。
It's because we're not blood related. Huh? The room suddenly goes silent.
あ、いえ、ごめんなさい。妹だけじゃないわ。家族の中で私だけ血がつながってないの。
Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's not just my sister. Everyone, I'm not related. I'm not blood related to anyone in my family. She's the only one in her family who's not related to him by blood.
父と母はね、病院を継がせるための跡取りが欲しかったらしいの。でも、なかなか子供を授からなかった。
My father and mother wanted a successor to take over the hospital apparently, but they were having trouble conceiving.
だから、もう自分たちでは産むことができないだろうと思い、孤児院で暮らしていた私を引き取ってくれたの。
So they figured they couldn't conceive on their own and adopted me from an orphanage.
でも、 私が7歳になった時、母は奇跡的に妊娠して妹を出産したのよ。だから妹とは血がつながってないの。
But when I turned 7, my mother miraculously became pregnant and gave birth to my sister. So that's why my sister and I aren't related by blood.
そうだったんですか。
Oh, I see.
何も知らずに失礼なことを。
I'm sorry for being so rude. I had no idea.
いいのよ。血がつながってなくても妹はとても私を慕ってくれるし、両親も血のつながりのない私に病院を継がそうとしてくれているんだもの。
No, it's okay. We may not be related by blood, but my sister looks up to me a lot. And though I'm not related to my parents by blood either, they plan for me to take over the hospital.
詳しくは聞いたことがないけれど、私の実の両親は2人とも刑務所に入っているらしいのよ。そんな犯罪者の子供を養子に迎え入れてくれたんだもの。私はとても幸せ者よ。
Hold on a second. I don't know all the details, but apparently my real parents went to prison. I'm very lucky to have been adopted despite being the daughter of criminals. The president says that with a smile. Was that really the case? I mean, she didn't look the least bit happy in that photo. President Tsubaki's grades are excellent. She's so talented. But it's hard to see her smiles as her true feelings. That part, I'm not exactly very good at dealing with that part of her.
ごめんなさいね。こんな話してしまって。さあ、屋敷の調査を再開しましょうか。あんずちゃん、私たちもみんなと一緒に行きましょう。
I'm sorry for bringing all this up. Now let's go and continue searching around the mansion. Anzu, will you come with me and the others?
はい。皆さん、次はどこを調べられるんですか？
Okay, where are we checking next?
そうだな。まだ調べてないとこって言ったら、この隣にある書斎かな。
Let me think. As for a place we haven't checked yet, I guess the study next door?
じゃあ次は書斎調べに行こう。
Let's go check that study out. We leave the room and head for the study. Hiragi's there when we open the door of the study.
柊、いないと思ったらここにいたんだ。
Hiragi, so this is where you went. I was wondering where you were.
柊先輩、先ほどは顔色が悪かったですけど、大丈夫ですか？
Hiragi, you're looking paler than earlier. Are you sure you're okay?
本当だ。柊、どうしたんだ？疲れたんなら部屋で休んでたらいいのに。
She's right. What's wrong, Hiragi? If you're tired, you should rest in your room. Kaede puts his hand on Hiragi's forehead, but Hiragi just shakes it off.
平気だ。心配すんな。
Fine, don't worry.
それにしても書斎のだけあって本がたくさんあるよね。
Man, I know this is a study and all, but there sure are a ton of books.
そうね。ほとんどが植物に関する本ばかりのようだけれど。
You're right. They seem to almost all be books about plants.
あ、そういえば屋敷の外に立派な温室があったんだよ。やっぱりこの家に住んでた誰かが植物好きだったんだね。
Oh, now that I think about it, there was this huge greenhouse outside the mansion. Whoever lived here must have really loved plants. We all individually take books out from the shelves and flip through them. I flip my way through a thick dictionary about guide to plants. There's a lot of them I already know, yet there's a lot of others that make me think, there's really plants like this? After I finished reading it, I put it back in on the bookshelf, and then I noticed something red deeper in the shelf. Unlike all the other books there, this is the only one that's only a few centimeters wide. It seems like there's something in it too. Curious, I reach out and grab the book and check it. What I find inside is a thick red notebook.
なんだろうこのノート。
What's this notebook? Everyone gathers to me at my words. Hold on 1 second. Be right back. Okay, back now. Sorry about that. Okay, let me check. The name Masaki Utsugi is written on the front of the notebook.
宇津木正樹
Masaki Utsugi? Huh? Everyone turns to Kaede as he reacts to that name.
あ、うん。宇津木正樹っていうのは僕たちのおじさんの名前なんだ。
Oh, you see, Masaki Utsugi, was our uncle's name.
ということはこの屋敷に住んでた主の名前ってことだね。
Which means that's the name of the person who owned this mansion, huh?
心中事件の犯人のご主人ね。
The husband, the culprit behind the forced family suicide, huh?
中に何が書いてあるのかな。
What's written in there? Notebook of the owner of this mansion, killed by his wife in the forced family suicide. When I think of how the person who used to belong to someone who died in this mansion, my hands naturally shake.
みんなで読んでみようか。
Why don't we all try to read it together? Once I see that everyone around me nods, I start flipping through the notebook. June 1st. Today, my sons found a plant never seen before in the forest. It was a very beautiful red flower. This flower reflects the moonlight and seems to shine faintly red under it. After my sons found it, I decided to look into this flower, to investigate this flower. June 15th. During my investigation of the flower, I discovered something amazing. It's the vitality this flower possesses. This flower appears to possess the ability of self-regeneration. As the parts of it that were cut off, grew back by its own power, just quickly. It doesn't even wilt without... Even if it's not given water, it doesn't wilt at all. It's an amazing plant. I decided to announce my discoveries to the world after investigating it a little more, after researching a little more. June 27th. That man came to the house. I don't know how he found out about it, but he seems to know about the flower. It seems he wants to use this, the vitality of this flower to create a medicine that can cure illnesses. He isn't going to use it for any bad purposes, so I let him have a little bit of the flower. There's tons of them in the corner of the forest, so just a little bit shouldn't be any harm. July 8th. That man discovered something incredible. Hold on a second. He gave a petal of the flower to a mouse. The mouse who took the petal quickly healed any wounds it took. And mouses infected with illnesses were cured in the blink of an eye. One second. But shortly afterwards, the mouse lost its energy and broke out into red pattern all over its body. And though there were individual differences, the mice would some mice would go would start attacking others as though they'd gone insane. After that, the mice writhed in agony, bled heavily for several hours afterward. No, coughed up a lot of blood for several hours afterwards, and then died. It's likely that the mice couldn't withstand the flower's vitality and died. One other thing that was learned is that one other thing that was learned was that the mice who were given that petal were discovered to have the same compound as the flower in their blood. When that blood was given to the other mice, they developed the same symptoms and died. It seems that compound couldn't be found inside the blood of the dead mice. Therefore, it seems that at the same time the mouse dies, the compound in the blood also fades away. When blood extracted from infected mice was left exposed to the air for several hours, it was discovered that the poison in the blood vanished. However, it was also discovered that if preserved right, the poison could also be preserved. I can't believe this terrifying poison was in such a beautiful flower. It gives me shivers up my spine to imagine what would have happened if a human had been given it instead of mice. July 25th. Through much trial and error, I tried to create an antidote to the poison in the flower. But none of my, none of the test serums could completely, dispel the poison in the flower. One second. Alright, here I go. July 30th. That man said he wanted to, sell that poison for money. Use that poison, sell it for money. If the poison in this flower gets around the world... No, I can't let that happen, no matter what. I burned all the flowers growing in the forest. Now there is no way to get that poison anymore, probably. July 31st. That man came again. Came again for saying he was there for the flowers. When I told him I burned them all, he looked quite bitter. He gave up and went home. But it seems, that man still has a little bit of the blood left from the infected mice. Mice infected the poison. Blood, yeah. I'll have to dispose of it in the near future. Everything after this page is blank. No one speaks after we finish reading the notebook. I can't quell the trembling in my heart. It can't be. I mean, this was written 10 years ago. It's ridiculous. There's no way that that poison could still exist now. It shouldn't. More or less that can infect people. No, 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 no. It can't be. It can't be. That's why everyone tried to make themselves... That's why everyone tried to tell themselves. Because if what's written in here is true, then only death awaits. For the person who has, red markings... Right, so hold on. Red, death awaits to the person who has red bruises appear on their body. Yes, those symptoms match up with... Everyone turns Sumire's way. No, wait. I mean, Ren had red bruises on his arms, but... No, it can't be. It can't be, right? Right? I'm wrong, right? Isn't that right? Isn't that right, guys? None of us can look Sumire in the eye. Sumire hastily leaves the room. We quickly pursue her. She opens the door to the reception room. Mr. Takanuki was supposed to be lying on the sofa, yet he's on the floor, writhing in agony. It's not just his arms. His whole body, even his face, is now covered in the red bruises. Ren! Ren, hang in there! What's wrong? What's wrong, Ren? I can't breathe. My body's burning. Mr. Takenuki lets out a death wail, and a moment later, Mr. Takenuki coughs up a lot of blood and stops moving altogether. Ren? What's wrong? Why aren't you moving? Hey, Ren! Ren! Tsunade tries to touch Mr. Takenuki. Don't touch him! Miss Nishizaki grabs Tsunade's hand and drags her away from Mr. Takenuki. No! Let me go! Ren! Ren!
暴れるななしき。もしあれに書かれていたことが本当なら、血液から感染する可能性がある。触れるのは危険だ。お前だって死にたくないだろ。
Don't struggle, Nashiki. If what was written in that book is true, there's a possibility you can get infected from his blood. It's too dangerous to touch him. You don't want to die too, right? Sumire struggling comes to a halt at Miss Nishizaki's words. Die? Ren died? Hey, Sakura, is Ren dead? Sumire asked me that with a vacant look in her eyes, but I can't bear to look her in the back. Sumire places her hands on my shoulders and clings to me. All I can do is give a small nod. Sumire screams and cries as she clings to me. Anzu shivers with tears in her eyes. Kanade bites his lip and looks on the ground. Hiragi is dumbfounded with a pale face. President Tsubaki looks like she wants to say something, but keeps her mouth shut. All I can do is stand still and look on the ground. Why? Why did this have to happen? Does this seem reality? Was that really Mr. Takenuki there? All covered in blood? It's all so unrealistic that my mind and heart can't connect. Why did this happen? Why?
Kairo.
We're leaving. Miss Nishizaki speaks up.
今すぐここから出よう。これ以上何かある前に荷物はいい。お前たち、今すぐ玄関から出るんだ。
We need to get out of here before anything else happens. Forget your luggage and let's all get out of here right now. Urged on by Miss Nishizaki, we run to the front door. I drag Sumire along with me and follow after the others. Miss Nishizaki opens the front door. We see the wild dogs that we saw a few hours back. They're the same dogs. Yeah, there's something decisively different about them. And not just because they're glaring at us, bearing open hostility towards us. It's hard to tell under the dog's fur, but I can faintly see red bruises on their body. One of the dogs tries to charge at Miss Nishizaki. Miss Nishizaki hastily shuts the door. We can hear the dogs growling at us from outside. All the dogs have blood foaming at their mouths. It's likely they hurt themselves biting their tongues. They're all glaring at us as though they're rabid. We're probably infected if those dogs bite us. President Tsubaki regains her composure and speaks. It'll be safer if we don't go outside, right? You mean we can't escape this place? Damn it. Can't leave here. No way. Would you all stay here? Huh? Fortunately, it seems like the wild dogs are gathered at the entrance here. I'll take this opportunity to sneak out a window and call for help. No, please stop. It's too dangerous. I instantly grab Miss Nishizaki's arm, but she shakes my grip off. I have a responsibility to return you safe and sound to your families. I won't let anyone else die. Miss Nishizaki ignores my calls to stop and leaves through the window. I see several of the dogs rushing towards Miss Nishizaki's way. She's faced with such danger that she's going to call help for our sakes. All we can do is stay there and pray that she's safe. That she returns safe and sound.
Takanuki 先生が亡くなったのがあのノートに書かれている花の毒のせいだったとして、先生はどうして体内に毒が入ったのかしら。
If Mr. Takanuki really did pass away from the poison that flowers stayed in, as written in the notebook, then how to get in his body in the first place? President Tsubaki speaks up amidst the silence. She's got a point. If Mr. Takanuki's death was due to the poison, then he had to have gotten into his body somewhere.
屋敷に来て先生に薬を飲ませるためにコップ一杯の水は飲ませたけど、まさかコップに当時の毒がついてたとか。
When we got to the mansion, I got him a cup of water so he could take some medicine. You don't think the cup was poisoned, do you?
でも高貫先生、この屋敷に来る前から腕にあざができてたよ。
But Mr. Takanuki already had the bruise on his arms before we got to the mansion, right?
あ、そっか。ならどこで？
You're right. And where?
屋敷に来る前なら 森の中じゃないかな。
If it was before we came to the mansion, then maybe in the forest?
どういうこと、楓？
Huh? What do you mean, Kaede?
もしかしたら森の中にその花がまだ生息していて、先生がその花に触れていたとしたら、手に毒が付着してその手から何らかの形で体内に入ったんじゃないかな。
Maybe that flower's still alive in the forest. And if Mr. Takanuki happened to touch it, then the poison got in his hands and then got into his body somehow?
そうね、その可能性もあるわね。
Yes, that is indeed possible.
原因なんかどうだっていいだろう。
Doesn't matter what caused it, does it?
原因が分かったところで死んだ人間は生き返らねえんだよ。そんな話するだけ無駄だろう。
Knowing how it happened won't bring the dead back to life. It's a waste of time to talk about it.
無駄なんてことはないわ、柊君。これ以上毒に感染する人を増やさないためにも原因究明は必要よ。
It's not pointless at all, Hiragi. Pinpointing the cause of it is necessary in order to prevent any further infections. Prevent any further infections. That's right. So long as Mr. Takanuki got infected somewhere, there's a possibility that we can be infected too. No, there's already the possibility that we may have already been infected right now.
どうしてレイちゃんなの？どうして？
Why? Why, Ren? Why? Sumire mutters with empty eyes.
どうしてレンちゃんは死ななきゃならなかったの？どうして？
Why did Ren have to die? Why?
すみれ、落ち着いて。
Sumire, calm down. I grab Sumire to stop her from flailing about.
さくら、あんたなんかに私の気持ちなんかわかんないわよ。みんなもレンちゃんが死んだっていうのに、なんでそんな冷静でいられるのよ。毒がどうして感染したかとか、そんな話ばっかり。
Sakura. You don't know how I feel at all. Same goes for the rest of you. Ren's dead, so how can you all be so calm? Why is it that all you're talking about is how got infected with the poison and all that?
みんなはレンちゃんが死んで悲しくないの？自分じゃなくてよかったって思ってるんじゃないの？
Are you not sad that Ren died? Are you just glad that it wasn't you?
そんなこと思ってない。みんな悲しいんだよ。悲しいけど現状をどうにかしなきゃって必死なんだよ。
That's not it at all. We're all sad. We're sad, but we need to figure out what to do in this situation.
嘘だ。誰もレンちゃんの死を悲しんでなんかいないんだ。
Liar. No one's sad about Ren's death.
すみれ、お願いだから落ち着いて。
Sumire, please calm down. Now that the one that she's loved is dead, she's starting to see shadows everywhere. Sumire's my best friend, but I don't know what I should do at a time like this.
死ねばよかったんだ。
You should... Huh?
あんたが死ねばよかったんだって言ったのよ、さくら。
I said you should have died, Sakura. I can't believe what Sumire just said. Sumire, always with a smile and having fun, my best friend, said that. She said that I should have died?
すみれ先輩、いくらなんでも言い過ぎです。
Sumire, I know you're sad, but that's going too far.
そうよ、高貫先生が亡くなったのは残念なことだけれど、それはさくらちゃんのせいじゃないでしょ。
She's right. It's unfortunate Mr. Takanuki died, but that's not Sakura's fault now, is it?
さくら、大丈夫かい？
Sakura, are you okay? Yeah.
うる な死ねばいいんだ。みんな死んじゃえ。
Shut up, 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 shut up! You all should die. All of you should die. Something's not right here. I know she's shocked about Mr. Takanuki's death and all that. But Sumire is not the kind of girl who would say these sort of things. What's going on with her?
おい、西崎はこっちに走ってくるぞ。
Hey, Miss Nishizaki's running back this way. We all look towards the entrance at Hiragi's voice. We see Miss Nishizaki being chased by wild dogs as she desperately runs our way. I hastily open the door. Miss Nishizaki, hurry!
クリスナ
The moment Miss Nishizaki runs into the mansion, I shut the door.
すまない。助けを呼びに来た道を戻ったんだが、橋が燃えていて渡れない状態だった。
I'm sorry. I went back the way we came in order to get help. But the bridge was burning and I couldn't cross it.
橋が
The bridge?
燃えていたってなんでですか？
What do you mean it was burning?
近くにポリタンクとライターが捨ててあった。
I found a gas can and a lighter near it.
それって誰かが故意に橋を燃やしたってことですよね。
And that means someone intentionally burned the bridge, right?
誰かって。
But who?
俺たちをこの屋敷に閉じ込めていたい誰かだろ。
Someone who wanted to trap us in this mansion, probably. Huh?
だってそうだろ。橋はもう渡れない。屋敷の周りには狂犬がうろうろしてる。俺たちはもうどこにも逃げることができないってことだ。
Man, adds up, doesn't it? We can't cross the bridge anymore. There's rabid dogs prowling around the mansion. Now there's nowhere for us to run.
毒のことはまだわからないけれど、橋を燃やした人物がこの付近に潜んでいる可能性は高いわね。
I don't know about the poison and all. There's a high possibility that the one who burned the bridge is around here.
私たちもう帰れないんですか？
Then we can't leave anymore?
落ち着けお前たち。3、4日待てば必ず救助がやってくるはずだ。
Calm down, you guys. As long as we can hold out for 3 or 4 days, help should definitely come.
3、4日。
3 to 4 days.
3日過ぎても帰ってこないとなると、お前たちの親も不審に思って警察にでも連絡してくれるはずだ。
Once 3 days pass and we don't come back, your parents should get worried and call the police.
それまでこの屋敷で待つしかないんですね。
So until then, all we can do is wait in this mansion, right? In this mansion. In this mansion with Mr. Takanuki's dead body. A look at Sumire, who's been quiet ever since Miss Nishizaki got back. My body shivers with surprise.
どうしたんだ、さくら。
What's wrong, Sakura?
お姉ちゃん
Sis? Everyone notices I'm acting strange. And everyone looks at Sumire, where I'm looking, and become completely speechless. Sumire is looking at her arms and shivering all over.
なんでどうして
Why? Why? How? There's red bruises on Sumire's arms. Why? How did she get infected with the poison too? I mean, she didn't even touch Mr. Takanuki's dead body. It's at that moment that I realized something.
そ
Sumire. When Mr. Takanuki cut his finger, you licked it, right?
それは本当なのか、ナシキ。
Is that true, Nashiki? Sumire just stares at her arms with blank amazement.
そんなすみれ先輩まで。
No, not you too, Sumire.
すみれちゃん、私知らな。レンちゃんみたいに血をいっぱい吐いて。ねえさくら、どうしよう。ねえどうしたらいいの。さくら、さくら。
I'm going to die? I'm gonna cough up blood, just like Ren? Hey, Sakura, what should I do? Hey, what am I supposed to do? Sakura! 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 I can't say anything. Sumire's gonna die? But she's standing right in front of me right now, and she was laughing with Mr. Takanuki just a few hours ago. She's going to die?
なんでそんな目で私を見るの。
Sakura, why are you looking at me like that? Huh?
そんなかわいそうなものを見るような目で見ないでよ。やだ腕が熱いよ。死にたくない。誰か助けてよ。
Don't look at me with pity like that. No, my arms are hot. I don't want to die. Someone, help me. Help me. Sumire reaches out her arms though, she's trying to cling to me. Just before she can though.
ナシキ、私と一緒に来てくれ。
Nashiki, come with me.
岸崎先生。
Why, Miss Nishizaki?
いいから。他のみんなは談話室に入っていてくれ。
Just do it. The rest of you go to the lounge.
西崎先生、急に何なんですか？理由を言ってくれないと僕たちも納得できませんよ。
Miss Nishizaki, what's gone into you? You can't accept us without a reason.
うるさい口答えをするな。さっさと談話室に入れ。
Shut up, don't talk. Just get into the lounge right now. Miss Nishizaki yells at us and pushes us in the back, by her backs to force us into the lounge.
西崎先生、私を隔離したいんですね。これ以上他の感染者を増やさないように、特に感染した私を一人にして死なせたいんですね。
I get it now. Miss Nishizaki, you want to quarantine me, don't you? You're planning on having me die all on my own so I don't infect any more people with the poison, aren't you?
そんな。先生、違いますよね。隔離なんて。
No. That's wrong, right, Miss Nishizaki? You're not quarantining her, right?
その通りのなしき。高貫先生がいない今、私はこの子の責任者としてみんなの安全を確保する義務がある。
That's right, Nashiki. Now that Mr. Takanuki's gone, it's now my responsibility to ensure everyone in this club's, safety.
先生、それを隔離なんて反対です。
Miss Nishizaki, you can't quarantine her. I'm against this.
先生は私が一人きりで死ぬその瞬間まで待って逆に死ねって言いたいんですか。
You're telling me to be all alone until the moment I die, aren't you?
なしき落ち着け。そういうことじゃ。
Calm down, Nashiki. That's not what I...
そういうことでしょ。邪魔な私を一人外に追い出したいんでしょ。
Oh, that is how it is, isn't it? You're trying to leave me out so I don't get in the way, alright?
そんなこと受け入れるわけないでしょ。一人でなんて死にたくない。そうよ、一人でなんて嫌。
There's no way in hell I can accept that, right? I don't want to die alone. That's right. I don't want to be alone.
みんなも一緒になればいいんだ。みんなで一緒に観戦すれば寂しくないよ。
That's right. You should all be with me. If you all get infected, then I won't be lonely. Sumire cackles madly, her eyes unfocused. I feel fear. Even though the one in front of me is supposed to be my best friend. Calm down, Sumire. I'll be with you, okay? You sure are nice, aren't you, Sakura? Then you'll die with me, right? Sumire tries to grab my wrist. Wait, hold on a second. Sorry, Sumire tries to grab my neck. A moment later, Miss Nishizaki pulls me back and throws me into the lounge. Miss Nishizaki hastily closes the door to the lounge and locks it from the inside. Only Sumire is outside, rampaging. Open it! Open it up! Traitors! Traitors! Sakura, you liar! Didn't you say you'd be with me? You liar! You liar, you liar, you liar, you liar, you liar! I try to grab the door, but Miss Nishizaki gets in my way.
やめろ。ここを開ければ、お前だけじゃなく、みんなを危険な目に遭わせてしまうことになるんだぞ。
Stop it. If you open the door, then everyone will be in danger, not just you. I look at everyone else in the room. They all look nervous. She's right. If I open this up, then all of us will be in danger. But... You're so cruel. She may be infected with poison, but it's cruel to leave Sumire all alone and worried like that. She's my best friend, you know? I get emotional and hound on Miss Nishizaki.
それがどうしたんだ？親友だからなんだ？お前が出ていくことでナシキは助かるっていうのか？
Best friend, huh? So what? So what if she's your best friend? Will you go, if you go out there, will you be able to do something for will you be able to save Nashiki? That's... Well, I can at least be with her.
一緒にいて何になるんだ？一緒にいてあの毒がなくなるわけでもない。お前が出て行っても感染者が一人増えるだけだ。
What good will being with her do? It's not like your presence can dispel the poison or anything. If you go out there, all that means is one more infectee. Sumire's scared. If I talk to her, I'm sure I can calm her down. I can't abandon my best friend.
親友だからという理由で、ナシキのすべてを分かっているつもりか。
You think you know everything about Nashiki just because she's your best friend?
親友といえど、所詮他人だ。死に瀕して錯乱しているものを本当にどうにかできると考えているのなら、お前は救いようのない大バカだ。
In the end, the best friend is still just a stranger. If you seriously think there's something you can do for someone rampaging on the verge of death, then you truly are a great fool beyond saving. I can't say anything to Miss Nishizaki's words. I'm bitter. Miss Nishizaki knows nothing about Sumire and I. It's bitter. So bitter. But the facts are facts. I can't say anything to refute Miss Nishizaki's argument. That's why I'm even more bitter. I'm so bitter at myself for not being able to do anything for Sumire that I cry. Sis. Anzu gently holds my hand.
さくら、そんなに自分を追い詰めないで。これは僕の憶測だけど、すみれがさくらにあんなひどいことを言い出したのはあの毒のせいじゃないかと思うんだ。
Sakura, don't get so down on yourself. This is just my guess. Well, I think the reason Sumire is saying all those horrible things is because of that poison.
ほら、あのノートに書いてあっただろう。個体差はあるが、マウスによっては狂ったように他者を攻撃し出すものも現れたって。だから、あの言葉はすみれの本心なんかじゃないよ。
Remember what was written in that notebook? Though there were individual differences, there were mice that talked to others as though they'd gone insane. So I don't think what she's saying is actually what she truly feels. Finally, it comforts me. Was it really the poison's fault? Assuming you actually hate me? Am I the only one who actually thought of her as a best friend? Before I know it, the pounding outside the door stops, and I no longer hear a voice. Is Sumire still outside the door, or did you go off somewhere else? Is there no way I can smile with Sumire like I could before? My head suddenly gets daisy, and I sit on the spot. Are you alright, sis?
きっと疲れが出たんだよ。急にいろいろなことがありすぎたから。さくら、少しソファーに横になって休むといい。
She must be exhausted after all that's happened. Sakura, you should rest on the sofa for a while.
そうよ。どうせしばらくはこの部屋から出られないんだから、今のうちにゆっくり休みなさい。
He's right. We can't leave this room for a while anyway. So get some rest now while you still can. I do what everyone says and lie on the sofa. Honestly, I don't even have the will to get up right now. I was shocked by Mr. Takaniki's death, but what Sumire said was an even greater shock to me. The moment I close my eyes and go off to sleep, I catch a glimpse of Hiragi in the corner of my eye. Hiragi's trembling, his face pale. He's always so brusque and expressionless, but even he's scared of the situation. I think that as I drift off to sleep. I have a dream. A dream of 4 years ago when I just started middle school. On my way to the entrance exam, on my way to the entrance ceremony, I saw a girl being accosted by an older student. It seemed the girl was a new student, just like me. It seemed like 3 boys older than her were trying to hit on her. She asked them to stop, but the older boys blocked her with their hands. unable to keep it still and watch. I cut my way between the girl and the older
こ
students.
の子嫌がってるじゃないですか。やめてあげてくださいよ。
You're bothering her. Stop it.
はあんだよこのブス。
Huh? The hell are you, bitch? He said, then grabbed me by the lapels. So I instinctively kicked him down. When that happened, the other two got angry and punched me. So I attacked and fought back in self-defense. In the span of a single minute, the three older boys were lying on the ground. I deeply regretted what I'd done. I used to get in fight with boys like this all the time back in grade school, so I scared off the other students and didn't make any friends. Anzu and Mom warned me to tone it down when I went to middle school, or I'd end up all alone again. But it seems my body acted faster than I could think. I take a look around, and just as expected, a lot of students are looking at me in shock. I'm such an idiot. I'm gonna be all alone through middle school too. I felt like crying, but a second later, the girl I saved suddenly laughed.
すっごい喧嘩強いんだね。いやー助かったよ。私はなしきすみれ。あなたも新入生？
That's amazing. You're so strong. You really saved my bacon there. I'm Sumire Nashiki. Are you also new to this school?
私クリスのさくらです。
Oh, yes. I'm Sakura Krisuno.
さっきの蹴りすごかったね。何か武術でも習ってるの？
That kick was badass. You study martial arts or something like that?
いや、昔妹がよく男子にいじめられてて、それで妹を守るために男の子と喧嘩することが多くて、気づかないうちに強くなったみたい。
No. My little sister used to get bullied by boys all the time. So again, the fights them all the time in order to protect her. And before I knew it, I guess I just got strong.
妹思いなんだ。優しいね。
So you care for your sister, do you? You're so nice. And that's how Sumire and I became friends. I asked Sumire if he was scared of me. But she told me that the guy she liked also got in fights all the time in the past, so she wasn't scared at all. I was all alone, but Sumire was by my side, smiling. With Sumire by my side, the boys, I stopped getting in fights with boys, as if though she were stopping me. She also told everyone else that I was a pretty decent person, and so I was able to talk to my classmates normally. I loved how happy she looked when she talked about her beloved Mr. Takanuki. She said she'd cheer me on. When I found someone I liked too, she was the one who cheered me on the most. Sumire was my one and only friend. All of them. All of them think I'm in the way. Am I just gonna die like this? I'm gonna suffer and die all alone? No. I don't want that. Sakura, you liar. You said we'd be together. You traitor, you traitor, you traitor, you traitor. I'll never forgive you. It's hot. I wake up wiping the sweat from my brow. It's gone completely dark around us.
あ、お姉ちゃん、目が覚めた？
Oh, sis. You're awake now?
あんず
Seemed Anzu was holding my hand while I slept.
今、夜の8時になったとこだよ。お姉ちゃんよく眠ってたね。
It's 8 at night right now. You slept like a log. I'll take a look around. President Tsubaki is sitting on the sofa across from me and sleeping. There's Nishizaki is standing next to the window, looking outside. Kaede and Hiragi are sitting with their backs against the wall. Hiragi's sleeping with his head on Kaede's shoulder. Kaede seems like he's still awake. Anzu looks like she wants to check up on them, so I join her.
ハンズちゃん、さくら。さくらはもう大丈夫なのかい？
Anzu, Sakura. Are you okay right now, Sakura?
うん。心配かけてごめんね。
Yeah, sorry for worrying you.
柊先輩、よく眠られてますね。
Hiragi's sleeping like a log, huh? Like his usual blank face. Hiragi has a bit of an innocent look to him right now.
きっと、柊も疲れてたんだろうね。
Yeah, he was probably tired himself. He breathes peacefully. I wonder if he's sleeping. His face, his brow, furrows, and he seems to be sleeping ill.
なさい。かさ。
I'm sorry, Mom. Anzu and I are surprised by that tearful voice. I'm sorry, Mom? Those are words, when he sees how surprised Anzu and I are by those words, we would normally never picture coming from Hiragi's mouth. Kaede rustles his brother's hair as he starts talking.
実は、うちの父と母は仲が悪くてね。父は母や僕たちに無関心で、母はそんな父にいつも腹
Wait,
を
we
立
got
てていたん
buffering?
だ。
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Sorry about that. We appear to be back now. I apologize. We had some buffering issues. But it should be okay now. Alright, let's continue. I'm sorry, Mom? When he sees how surprised Anzu and I are by those words that we never normally would have pictured Hiragi saying, Kaede rustles his brother's hair and starts talking. The truth is, our father and mother don't get along. Our father has no interest in my mother and us. And so my mother was always irritated by him.
柊は父に似てるせいで昔から母によく叩かれた。柊は母に叩かれるたびに泣きながら謝ってたよ。柊は何も悪くなんてないのにさ。
Because Hiragi looks like our father, mother has always hit him. And every time she did, he would cry and apologize to her, even though he did nothing wrong.
小学校を卒業する頃には母の暴力もなくなったし、それまでも僕が一緒にいられる時はできるだけ守ってあげることができたけど、今でも柊の心には傷が残っているみたいだ。
Around the time we graduated from grade school, our mother ceased her violence. And so, up until then, I spent as much time as I could with him in order to protect him. But even now, Hiragi still has emotional scars from all that, it seems.
柊、そんなことがあったの。
That happened to Hiragi?
柊先輩、辛かったんですね。
Hiragi, it must have been rough, huh? Is the reason Hiragi put so much distance between himself and others because he had that kind of past? I thought Kaede and Hiragi's mom was a kind person. When I heard about the person who named Kaede, I just assumed that she was a nice person. Or maybe she's just harsh on Hiragi, but is kind to Kaede? I'm curious. But I feel bad about sticking my nose into it, so I keep my silence. I'm sorry, Momiji. This time he speaks in a barely audible voice. Every time he mumbles, Kaede's shoulders twitch.
モミチ、誰のことだろう。
Momiji? Who's that?
さあ、僕にもわからないな。
Beats me. I have no idea. Kaede says that and looks down. A moment later, Hiragi wakes up.
柊、目が覚めたかい？
Hiragi, are you awake?
ああ、何見てんだよてめえら。
Yeah. What the hell are you guys looking at? Hiragi scowls at Anzu and I. Seems he feels humiliated at having been watched at while asleep. Normally he'd get angry. Normally I'd get angry at his attitude. After hearing what Kaede had to say about him, his attitude looks a bit different to me. I'm sure that Kaede is the only one that Hiragi's been able to rely on up until now. That's why he doesn't try to open his heart to anyone aside from Kaede.
ごめんなさい、柊先輩。寝ているところを邪魔してしまって。ゆっくり休んでくださいね。
Sorry for bothering you while you were asleep, Hiragi. Please get some rest. We leave Kaede and Hiragi and head back to the sofa. When we get there, we see the sleeping President Tsubaki groaning in her sleep.
椿先輩、大丈夫ですか？
Tsubaki alright? Anzu puts her hand on President Tsubaki's shoulder, and then she wakes up. No! President Tsubaki sees Anzu's face, gets surprised for some reason, and slaps Anzu's hand away.
椿部長、どうしたんですか？アンズ、大丈夫？
What's wrong, President Tsubaki? Anzu, are you alright? President Tsubaki is taken aback and takes another look at Anzu's face.
やだ、私。ごめんなさい、アンズちゃん。大丈夫だった？
Goodness me. I'm so sorry, Anzu. Are you okay?
はい、大丈夫ですよ。そんな強い力じゃありませんでしたし。ところで、椿先輩、どうしたんですか？
Oh, yes, I'm alright. You didn't hit that hard. By the way, what happened, what happened, Tsubaki?
本当にごめんなさい。ちょっと怖い夢を見ていて、それで。
I really am sorry. I had a little bit of a scary dream, and so... President Tsubaki looks away from Anzu.
そういえば部長、うなされていましたよ。椿部長がうなされるなんて、よっぽど怖い夢だったみたいですね。
Come to think of it, you were groaning in your sleep. It must have been one scary dream to make you do that.
本当に。
Yes, it truly was.
それにしても、この部屋、すごく暑いですよね。そのせいで部長も悪夢を見てしまったんですかね。
But still, this room is really hot, huh? That's why you had nightmares, huh?
すまない。この部屋はクーラーが壊れているみたいなんだ。
I'm sorry. It appears the AC in this room is broken. Nishizaki, who's standing by the window, speaks up.
真夏ですからね。本当に暑い。
Because it's the middle of summer, huh? It really is hot.
アンズ、どうしたの？
Anzu, what's wrong? Anzu suddenly collapses. As Nishizaki goes to check up on Anzu. Anzu's breathing is ragged and her body is hot.
軽い脱水症状を引き起こしてるな。この部屋に閉じこもってから何も口にしていないから無理もないか。せめて水だけでもあれば。
She's suffering from a bit of light dehydration. It's not unreasonable considering we haven't had anything to eat or drink since we got in here. In this room. At least we had some water. Come to think of it, we haven't had anything to drink in the hours we've been here. Now that I think about it, I'm really thirsty. Now that I'm aware of it, I'm really thirsty. When they notice the fallen Anzu, Kaede and Hiragi also come on over.
おい、どうしたんだよ。なんでこいつが倒れて。
Hey, what's wrong? Why'd she collapse?
軽い熱中症のようだけど。
Looks like she's got a little bit of fever.
アンズちゃんずっと休んでなかったし。
Anzu hasn't slept this whole time. Everyone's starting to show signs of exhaustion. And then there's this heat on top of that. I need to do something before we all collapse from overheating. We have water bottles and food, but they're all in the second floor bedrooms.
私、2階に行って水や食料を取ってきます。荷物の中には冷却スプレーも持ってきてますし。
1 second. I'll go to the second floor and get us some water and food. I have some cooling spray in my stuff.
しかしなしきに出くわすと危険な目に遭うかもしれない。お前が眠った後も何回か狂ったようにドアを叩いて殺してやると叫んでいくんだ。
But if you come across Nashiki, you could find yourself in danger. She did pound the door over and... Oh no, after you went to sleep, she pounded the door several times like a madman and said she'd kill us.
でもこのままじゃみんな熱中症になって危険です。すみれを説得できれば一番いいんですが、先生は無理だって言うんでしょ。
But if this keeps up, we're all in danger of heat stroke, right? I'd be our best shot at, no, persuading Sumire would be our best hope. But you'd probably say it's impossible, wouldn't you?
だからこの中で一番足の速い私が荷物を取りに行きます。私はすみれよりも足が速いですから、すみれに見つかっても逃げられる自信があります。だからお願いします。行かせてください。
So I'll go get her stuff since I'm the fastest one here. I'm faster than Sumire, so I'm confident I can outrun her even if she finds me. So please let me go. Truth be told, I am worried about Sumire. More than anything, I want to help save Anzu from her suffering.
なら俺も一緒に。
And I'll come with you. Yogi speaks up, even though he normally doesn't try to get involved in these sorts of things.
ありがとう、ヒラギ。でも何かあった時、一人の方が逃げやすいから。だから私一人で行くよ。
Thank you, Hiragi. But if something happens, it'll be easy to get away with just one, so that's why I'll go on my own. I can't afford to let Hiragi get caught up in a danger too.
分かった。ただし5分だ。5分して戻ってこなかったら私も2階に行くからな。
Alright, well I'll give you 5 minutes. If you're not back in 5 minutes, then I'll head up to the second floor as well.
はい、5分もあれば十分です。
Got it, 5 minutes will be enough. I grab the door and get ready to run. When I try to leave the room, everyone calls out to me.
さくらちゃん、危ないと思ったらすぐに引き返すのよ。
Sakura, turn back if you ever feel like you're in danger.
お姉ちゃん、ごめんね。私のせいで。
Sis, I'm sorry, it's all my fault.
桜、無理だけはしないで。
Sakura, don't push yourself.
気をつけろよ。
Be careful.
クリスノ、戻ってきたら大きな声出してくれ。すぐに扉を開けるから。
Krishno, shout when you come back. Open the door right away. Everyone's worried about me. So I need to go and get our stuff for everyone.
じゃあ行ってきます。
Got it. I'm going now. I burst out of the lounge at top speed. I run my way through the first floor hallway. Rush up the dark stairwell while taking care not to trip. And hurry up to the bedrooms on the second floor. Since I don't know what room my own stuff is, I'll head for the closest room first. There it is, my bag! I'm glad the first room I entered happened to have my bag in it. I have some water and food in the bag. But the moment I try to open it, I hear the sound of the door shutting behind me. Hold on a second. Yeah. Of course, the windows weren't open, so no wind blew. So it's impossible to it's possible to think that the door shut naturally. Miss Nishizaki said she'd wait 5 minutes. It's probably only been 2 minutes so far. So I don't think it's Miss Nishizaki. And who shut the door? I timidly turned in the direction of the door. I thought you could come here, Sakura. You have a stronger sense of justice than most people, so I figured you'd be the one to come here to get belongings from everyone. Sumire is standing there. By now, even her face is covered in red bruises. She's smiling, but it's not her normal smile. Sumire. My knees tremble. The other one in front of me is my best friend Sumire. Why am I so scared? That's right, I'm scared. I'm scared of Sumire as she is now. What's wrong, Sakura? Why are you so scared? Didn't you tell me? Didn't you promise that we'd stay together? Sumire approaches me one step at a time. I talk to Sumire, or I have to get her stuff now. Let's go with talk to Sumire. If I don't talk to Sumire now, I'll regret it for the rest of my life, probably. Sumire, I'm sorry. In the end, I basically betrayed you. I really am sorry. That's right, you traitor. But you're my best friend, so I'll forgive you just this once. Sumire regains her normal smile. I feel a little bit of relief when I see that face after all this time. Sumire lunges at me. Sakura, we're best friends, aren't we? Then die with me. She's grabbing my neck. I can't breathe. Don't leave me alone. Tears well from Sumire's eyes. Alone. That's right. I left Sumire to suffer from the poison all on her own. Even though I said I'd always be with her. When Sumire was sad, suffering, and scared, I couldn't be with her. I went to a safe place I alone went to a safe place and slept like a log. Such a horrible thing I've done. I'm the one who drew Sumire to all this insanity. Sumire, I'm sorry. I gently reach for Sumire's cheek. I wipe her tears with my fingers. Sumire trembles. She loosens her grip on my neck. Sakura, Sakura, I'm scared. Sumire moves away from me. No, I don't want to kill you. I just don't know what I should do. Because I'm scared. I don't want to die. Door opens, and Miss Nishizaki rushes in.
Nashiki, もうやめろ。一人が寂しいなら、私が一緒に死んでやるから。
Nashiki, stop. Oh, oops. Nashiki, stop this. If you're alone all by yourself, then I'll die with you. Sumire and I are taken aback when we see Miss Nishizaki's hands. Red bruises have risen to her hands. Miss Nishizaki? But how?
助けを呼びに行った時に野犬に噛まれて感染したんだ。お前たちに言わないといけないと思っていたんだが、パニックになるかもしれないと考え、言うタイミングを逃してしまっていた。
I went to call for help. I got bitten and infected by one of the dogs. I knew I had to tell you. When I thought about how it might throw you onto a panic, I couldn't think of a good time to tell you.
なあ、ナシキ、私も一緒だ。だから寂しいのなら、私と一緒に死のう。お前だって親友を手にかけたくはないだろう。
See, Nashiki? I'll die with you. So if you're lonely, I'll die alongside you. You don't want to hurt your best friend, do you?
先生は私たちのために助けを呼びに行って感染したんですか？なんでですか？なんで他人のためにそこまでするんですか？
You got infected when you went out to get help for us? Why? Why would you go so far for others? Why would she go so far as to risk her life?
私は本当なら8年前に死ぬべき人間だったからだ。
Because truth be told, I should have died 8 years ago. 8 years ago?
ナシキは高貫先生と昔からの知り合いだったから知っているだろう。上崎島で8年前に起こった事件のこと。
Since you knew Mr. Takanuki for a while, you should know, right, Nashiki? About the incident that happened on Kamisaki Island 8 years ago.
知ってますが、それは何なんですか？
I do. What's that got to do with anything? The incident where Mr. Takanuki's best friend was killed. Come to think of it, the article about the incident was also in Miss Nishizaki's notebook.
あの事件で一人生きて帰ってきた中学生は私なんだよ。
Sole survivor of that incident was me. Huh? Miss Nishizaki was the survivor of the Kamisaki Island incident?
あの時私は強行に走る親友を止めることができずに結果みんなを死なせてしまった。
Back then, I wasn't able to stop my friend from going on a murderous rampage. As a result, I let everyone
あ
die.
のキャンプは私が計画したものだったのに原因である私だけがおめおめと生きて帰ってきてしまった。
I was the one who had the idea to go camping. And yet I alone survived, even though I was the cause of all of
犯
this.
人が親友だと分かった時一緒に死んでくれって言われた。なのに私は一緒に生きて帰ろうって言ったんだ。
When I learned my best friend was the culprit, he asked me to die with him. But instead I said, let's live and go back together.
信彦は一緒に死ぬことを望んでいたのに、信彦は私を生かして一人で死んでしまった。私のせいで一人きりで死なせてしまった。
Even though Nobuhiko wanted to die with me, he let me live and died on his own. Because of me, he died all alone by himself.
なしき、今のお前と信彦の姿が重なるんだよ。なあ、なしき、私はお前を一人で死なせたくないんだ。
When I look at you now, Nashiki, you remind me exactly of Nobuhiko. So Nashiki, I don't want to let you die all on your own.
もう誰も死なせたくないって思ったのに、私はまた繰り返してしまった。直哉さんを死なせてしまって、高貫先生に謝ることもできないままで。
You know, I swore not to let anyone die again. It happened all over again. I let Naoya die. I never got to apologize to Mr. Takanuki.
せめて高貫先生が大切にしていたお前のそばで、お前と一緒に死んでやることしか私にはもうできないんだ。
So all I can do is, die by your side, seeing how much you love Mr. Takanuki. Miss Nishizaki risked herself in order to try to save us. For the past 8 years, Miss Nishizaki lost sight of her reason for living. So warm. Embraced by Miss Nishizaki, a tear runs down Sumire's cheek.
西崎先生、私の最後のお願い聞いてくれる？
Sakura, Miss Nishizaki, will you listen to my last request?
お願いって何？すみれ。
What request, Sumire?
私、レンちゃんのそばで死にたい。
I want to die with Ren. My heart aches at her relieved smile. Sumire is trying to accept her own death. We help the suffering Sumire walk as we bring her to the reception room where Mr. Takanuki's body is.
ありがとう、さくら、西崎先生。あとはレンちゃんと二人っきりにさせて。
Sakura, Miss Nishizaki, thank you. Please, let me stay with Ren all by myself.
でも、すみれを一人にさせないって約束したのに。
Well, I promise never to leave you alone, Sumire.
一人じゃないよ。レンちゃんがいるじゃない。さくらはレンちゃんと私のお布施の時間を邪魔するほど野暮じゃないでしょ。
I won't be alone. I'll have Ren with me. Sakura, you're not rude enough to get in the button between my alone time with Ren, right? Sumire says that and rustles my hair with the same smile as always. She gives me a smile as I cry.
私ね、さくらといれて楽しかったよ。私の親友は後にも先にもさくらだけだよ。さくらにいろいろひどいこと言ってごめんね。私のこと嫌いになった。
It was fun being with you, Sakura. You have and always will be my only friend. I'm sorry I said all those terrible things to you. Do you hate me now?
そんな だけだよ。すみれのこと大好きだよ。
Of course not. You're my only friend too. I love you, Sumire.
ありがとう。さくらと親友で入れてよかった。
Thank you. I'm glad you were my best friend, Sakura. Sumire gripped my hand.
石崎先生、さくらやみんなをよろしくお願いします。
Miss Nishizaki, take care of Sakura and the others.
ああ、私もすぐお前たちのそばに行くことになるがな。
Yeah. I'll be with you two of you soon enough.
じゃあね、さくら。
Right. Goodbye, Sakura.
すみれ、
Sumire, wait! Sumire slams the door shut. I try to open it, but Miss Nishizaki stops me.
なしきの最後の願いぐらい叶えてやろう。
Needs a grant Nashiki's final wish.
わかりました。
I know. Miss Nishizaki takes me by the hand, and we head back to the lounge where the others are waiting. I can't stop my tears from falling. Sumire is strong. She saw me off with the same smile as always. I couldn't do a thing for her. After Sakura and Miss Nishizaki leave, Ren and I are the only ones in the reception room. Ren's body is just like how it was back then. The red bruises on his body have faded. Does that mean the poison has left his body?
じゃ
I crouch down to Ren's body and look at him. I touch his cheek. I touch his face. I try to close his eyes, but I can't do a good job of it. I touch his hair and give him a little kiss on the cheek. I lie down so I'm facing Ren's body.
部活のみんな呼んで結婚式しようって言ってたのにダメになっちゃったね。
Ren, you say we invite everyone in the club to our wedding. I guess that's not happening now, huh?
結婚してケンちゃんにの可愛い子供を産んでいっぱい旅行しておじいさんとおばあさんになったらのんびりと縁側でお茶を飲んで
You get married, have cute children who look just like you, go on lots of vacations together, and once we were old and gray, we would sit by the sea as we drank tea.
全部叶わなくなっちゃったね。
Just know that's gonna happen now, huh? Ren doesn't answer. Normally, he'd blush and get angry at me, ask me what I was saying. I love watching him do that, and so I would say that on purpose in order to get him embarrassed. For 12 years, Ren tried to keep his promise. Some kid, some nonsense said by a kid over 10 years younger, 10 years younger than him. When we first met, I was actually scared of Ren. My dad and mom also said that I shouldn't approach that scary guy. But then one day, I ran onto the street while I was playing with my ball, and the car came zooming over. Then Ren, who just happened to be there, dragged me out of the way and protected me. I was unharmed. Ren broke his arm. I figured he hit me when I went to see him in the hospital. But Ren just gently rustled my hair and said it was all right as long as I wasn't hurt. It was that moment I fell in love with Ren. He was such a nice person. And from that day onward, I stuck with Ren. I was jealous of just how well he got along with his best friend Naoya, always with him. For the next 12 years, I would ask Ren to go out with me or marry me over and over again. Truth be told, I was only happy when I could be by his side. Just getting to see his smile made me happy enough. And yet... Why? Why couldn't just a harmless little wish like that come true? Getting hard to breathe. My limbs are so hot. I'm losing all sensation. This is it. I'm gonna die now. I'm scared. I'm so scared. No, I don't want to die. It hurts. Did Ren suffer just like this? Help me, Ren. Ren always protected me. Ren, save me. Can't breathe anymore. Something's welling up from my throat. Everything's getting dark. My sensations to the world are getting cut off. It's dark. I can't see anything. I'm all alone in this dark space. I'm scared. I'm scared.
何泣いてんだよ、すみれ。
What are you crying for, Sumire? I turn in surprise in the direction of the voice. The darkness is enveloped in light. Ren is standing there.
何ぼーっとしてるんだ。ほら、手つなぐぞ。
Quit spacing out. Come on, take my hand. Huh?
お前はいつもフラフラして危なっかしいからな。ちゃんと手をつないでおかないと。俺と一緒に行くんだろ。
You're always so reckless and staggering everywhere. So you need to hold on to my hand. You're coming with me, right? Yes, yes, I'm going with you.
なんだよ、また泣いてるのか。まったく、お前は泣き虫だな。
Seriously? You're crying again? Jeez, you're such a crybaby. Ren says that and strokes my hair. He's as kind as always. Nothing's changed. It's the Ren I love.
怖かったんだから、悲しかったんだから、寂しかったんだから。もう、私のこと置いていかないでよ。
I was scared. I was sad. I was lonely. Don't leave me ever again.
ごめんなすみれ。もう二度と話さないから。
Yeah, I'm sorry, Sumire. I'll stay with you always. I walk down a white road with Ren. I wonder where this road goes. To heaven? Hell? As long as I'm with Ren, it doesn't matter which one it is. I can go anywhere as long as it's with Ren. If we see Naoya on the other side, the three of us should get married. Isn't that right, Ren? Okay, so I'm gonna end the stream here. It went a little longer than I expected, but I feel like it wasn't a good stopping point until I got up there. So yeah, a lot of stuff happens all at once. We've already lost 2 people, and we have a 3rd infectee on top of that. So yeah, things are not looking good. So we'll have to see how they will progress through this, get through this. So until next time, I'll see you all later.